This is why you should never trust a stranger. This is the Rogers family, and in 1989, they were tied to cinder blocks and thrown into Tampa Bay while vacationing. In May of 1989, Joan Rogers and her two daughters, 17-year-old Michelle and 14-year-old Christy, went to Florida for vacation from their home state of Ohio. This was the first time that the family had ever left Ohio, and Joan's husband decided to stay back to care for the family's dairy farm. On June 1st, Joan and her daughters got lost and decided to stay an extra night in Tampa Bay. While at a gas station, the three women were approached by a local man who offered to give them a sunset boat cruise that night. Reluctant, Joan accepted the man's offer only after being persuaded to go by Michelle and Christy. This will be the last time anyone saw the Rogers family alive. On June 4th, 1989, the Tampa Bay Police Department discovered three women's bodies floating in the water. They were half naked, bound, and tied to 30-pound cinder blocks. The autopsy revealed water in all of the women's lungs, which means they were thrown into the ocean alive. Joan's husband Hal was quickly ruled out as a suspect as his alibi checked out in Ohio. Investigators found inside of Joan's car a note to a sunset boat cruise. The note was immediately sent to forensics for testing. Investigators learned that just 2 weeks earlier, a Canadian woman was SA'd while taking a sunset cruise on a blue and white boat. Police began to believe that the same person was responsible for the Rogers family murders. A portion of the note was placed on a billboard on the highway in hopes that someone would recognize this unique handwriting. A few weeks later, a woman named Joan Staffy called police, letting them know that she recognized the handwriting. She said it looked like the handwriting of a contractor she once hired named Ubba Chandler. The woman said Ubba Chandler was extremely shady and fathered 13 kids with 12 different women. Investigators matched his palm and fingerprints to the note inside of Joan's car. Also, ship-to-shore records proved that Ubba Chandler was out on the water that same day. Ubba Chandler was executed by the state of Florida on November 15, 2011.